Okay, should be running. I think we're good and going. Okay, let's see if we can get this sorted. Alright, hello everybody who's over there or who comes on by. Happy Pride Month to everybody, of course, in this lovely June time. It's a little gloomy today. Figured it'd be kind of fun to include some of the June ambience. Have a bit more something there in the background. Hopefully it's okay. Let me know if the audio is too loud or too soft in comparison. It's hard. First time actually trying to gauge this one out. But let's see. Yeah, so going to be doing Critical Role fan art today. We're doing Teor and Wic, and we're going to see how this piece comes along as we clean it up, do the details. I changed a few things, moved a few things around. I'm going to probably tweak it here and there. Oh, hi there. I'm going to go with Meg. Hi, Meg. It's because it's like Meghan Purcell. So Megan Purcell, I guess. Megan Purcell. Hello. All right. So I think. Oh, if you can let me know, by the way, Meg, while you're here, if the audio and hi Atlas as well. Let me know if the background audio is too loud or too soft. I can always adjust it accordingly. Trying things out with a mismatch of multiple audios going all at once. And hopefully that is enough to confuse things. Essentially, like when there's quiet moments, it won't be too one thing or another. But we'll have to see. Oh, shoot, lots of hearts. Lots of hearts. Oh, gosh. Thank you for the hearts. Oh, silent. Okay, so it is Megan. Okay, great. Thank you. And the honor seems great. Okay, nice. All right, well, for those of you who haven't seen it, this has been posted on the Twitters and the Blue Skies and stuff like that. So I was showing a preview, but I have changed it since then. So we're now going to take the edit and go with it. Oh, hello, Ghoulie Guts. Welcome to the stream. But I shall go ahead and begin the refinement process. First things first, let's go ahead and crop it down to what I believe the final one will be. And also just to make it easier so I can remember, I'm going to have the piece do a bit of a border break. So I'm going to have it push past into the white space, essentially. So we'll have a little bit of like framing, but at the same time it'll have like a little bit of background. I wanted to include his elbow, so I adjusted the size of it so that he could actually keep some more of his anatomy in there. And then moved a few things around. Let's take that one out. There we go. Yeah. So we'll have, oh, and then of course the crown, the tiara starts. Because then we'll cut off the bottom. Because I'm thinking of adding some text below. I'm not sure what text I'd add yet, but I mean, I figured something fun, like a little message, could go there. But we'll see. Hello, oh gosh, Adekmomo? Hopefully that's right. This looks so good. I love the way you draw Teor. Thank you, Ghoul. Teor is a lot of fun. I mean, I'm very happy that Travis decided to try something new and go out on a limb with a non-human race. I think that's the nice thing about the newest editions of D&D is that it actually allows people to really explore a lot more options when it comes to their character creations. Because I know it's difficult for some to resist the urge of building optimally, like getting human for the extra feet or getting special racial abilities and stuff like that. So with the backgrounds now having it tied in there, it makes it a lot nicer for creativity and diversity to come in. I was debating as to what I would do for the how to finish this piece in terms of like its coloring and stuff like that. Like, should I go painterly? Should I go full like simple cell shading? Should I go a mixture of stuff? So we're gonna see. I have yet to decide what the final goal appearance will be. I think we're probably going to do some hatching, so we're probably going to have some of those lines come into play, and then we'll probably do either a mixture of hard and soft shading and go from there. Try things out, see what works, you know. Whatever helps frame them the best. Hello, Hilton. This is Teor and Wic. Yes. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. If you want to see the full image of it, you can check it out on the socials. It has at least all the details in full there. Well, a slightly different version. It's a little old. I changed it a teeny bit, just a teeny bit. Not super crazy, but you know. Just adjusted like some proportions and moved things around a little bit to get his elbow in. Hello, Phoebica. Happy Pride Month. Yeah, I'm glad you guys could come and join us for another live stream. A painted style for this would be gorgeous, but it would take so long. Yes, it would take so long. And I do have a time management thing I've got to do for the next animatic that's supposed to come up for episode 28. I guess it would depend on how long you want to take. Yep. There is a kind of thing with art sometimes where you will have to kind of gauge whether or not the piece has reached its final stage, or getting to the point before too much becomes a detriment. It's like this weird little game of balancing what is good and what has reached its like final finish, where it's like adding more just doesn't, when drawing and detailing more doesn't add anything to it or anything of significance. Hello, Erica. Happy Pride. Damn, what time is it for you? Yes, it's very early. Very early, actually. It is 8 in the morning. And that's only because I had to wake up at 4:45, 4:30. I had to wake up really early to drive someone to the airport and drop them off for like a 6 a.m. flight. So I was forced to wake, and it was like, why not? Let's just stay awake and do and let these guys here in the picture, we'll let them sleep in. They can enjoy their nap and actually keep themselves well rested, while those of us sleep deprived will just grin and bear it. Introduce this a little bit further. There we go, so we can see it. Totally get it. It's like does it need more? Yes. If I add more, will it ruin it? Yes, very much. Good morning, Isa. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good Sunday so far. So this is Teor and Wic ship. Yes, it is. Because of the fireside chat with Liam and Sam, it very much became a thing where it's like, all right, well, since they basically said it, let's make it happen one of these days. I know it's been a little while since then, but because this happens to be the Pride Month, and this is Teor Pride Sire, and it's just like, well, you know what? I can't resist it on so many levels. We've got so much going for it. Let's do it today. Let's actually get ourselves the piece that people have been looking forward to seeing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying for the Tweety Birds. I'm definitely trying to see if this will work because I'm using 3 different audios all at once. So I'm kind of doing this weird little DJing, seeing if that will actually be good enough for the YouTube to not be as insane when it comes to sorting this kind of stuff out. So it's a completely unique medley of music and sound and ambience and stuff. Plus, it kind of felt a little bit appropriate for the weather, June gloom and all that stuff. So gets a little bit of that mood in there. It is his month, absolutely right. What is your favorite animation that you have made until now, says Magnus Messenger. Ooh. Favorite animation I've made since... Oh, that's hard to say. I was really happy with how I was able to utilize some tricks in the For the Long Live the King, which was using Gus. In his little fight moment, I was able to play around with some clever uses of layers to make it so that it felt a little bit more 3D-ish in the environment, and that was a lot of fun to try out for the first time and to see it actually work. So that was kind of fun. In terms of probably the one that I am the most happy with, I guess, and it is technically, I think if I'm not mistaken, it is still the #1 most liked or watched animatic, is the second one I did, which involves Teor with his nat 20 on lifting up a crate and being all sexy because Travis is gonna make him sexy for some reason. I mean, he was the one who literally said, post nat 20, and he was doing the sexy snort as it was. I think that's how the captions dubbed it when he did that effect, when he quote tussled his hair / mane sort of thing after he had done his let me save and heal the worker from the box. So that one probably also I would say is very high up there, just because that was the first time I actually tried putting in animation, like a little loop animation essentially. Because the previous one didn't have any kind of loops. It was just drawing and putting it into an animated format, which was, again, learning the software for the very first time, understanding what I could do. It's all a learning process. Everything's a learning process with this. Google says, hey, so I went looking for commission prices, but I didn't see any. Are you closed or am I blind? No, you're not blind. I have not posted anything for that at the moment because I've been trying to make sure to keep up with the Critical Role animatic schedule. But they are going on a hiatus in July, essentially, around there. So when the last chapter thingy episode is done, I will have some free time. or I will have more free time, essentially. And so that will allow me to open up potentially for those. So I would say keep an eye out. And that will be like the best time to probably do for me to tackle and do a bunch of them. I might try sooner. I might preemptively prepare and get a list going so that when the time comes, I can just go, essentially. Which would probably make a lot of sense to get, like, because I know there's a lot of times where people might have a bit more of a, they want to talk about it, or they want to brainstorm a little bit, or their ideas are one of those where it's just like they need to see something first before it gets worked on, or they want to wait for something to happen. So it's like, but they really want to get something, but they're just like, I really like it, but I have a person who's finishing up a reference for it. I'd like the reference to be used, kind of thing. Do you mind waiting? And it's like, but I'd like to hold the spot. So yeah, either way, in the short upcoming days / weeks, I will put something out there, and you can then check it out, and we'll see what we go with. Let's see, next question's in there. Dispel music. Yeah. Do you have any fave ships this campaign? I mean, that's tricky. I would say that, like, a lot of people are starting to develop their characters a bit more, and so there are these interesting changes and secrets that are coming out, and I'm curious to see if those, like, reveals change the character in a way that makes them a bit more, like, relatable, or maybe perhaps they're more in simpatico with another character kind of thing. So I wouldn't necessarily hold any strong one. Teor and Wic, I think, was Teor, Wic / Tyranny also was very strong to begin with because of just the post-Nat 20 thing that happened. And he clearly was just like bringing his full might of the sexy cat at that point. And so I'm pretty sure that was like, oh, well, that's the start. That was episode 2. We've already got it to begin with. It was funny. It only took 2 episodes for it to begin. But yeah, I'd probably say, I feel like Murray and Kat to some extent might be another one, but it's hard to know for sure. Because Kat is still... He's still mysterious. There's still a lot we don't know about him, and it's kind of hard to pin him on one thing. So I wouldn't know yet. He just said that one did amazing. Yeah, it is the correct. It's the most popular. That's great. Philippa says, I love the last one with Sulrekshi. The idea of telling the story via ink spots on the column was such a fun idea. Oh, it was so much fun. Yeah, I liked doing that too. I think that was a great, like, addition, even because obviously Brendan would never describe it like that. He didn't need to, but it felt very nice to have something more tie into the visual, because otherwise that's the one itty bitty downside with dialogue scenes, is that you don't get a lot of actions going on. And of course, when I'm doing a ton of like colors and individual pictures and stuff like that, and trying to get it out within a week, there's only so much that can be done, because you got to time manage whatever's left. So a lot of the times it's just finding what's the thing I can do that I can really efficiently utilize and help to kind of increase the interest of the animation, but also make it so that I can spend time doing other things for the animation. Because if I don't have to worry about, like, 30 seconds of doing dialogue and stuff like that, and instead doing stills in a sense, but moving the stills a little bit, it's a lot easier for me. And especially silhouettes. Silhouettes are a lot easier to play around with. You can just manipulate those things like nobody's business. So... But I'm glad it also worked out. I liked it a lot too. As Mariska says, yes, the ink storytelling was so cool. I'm so glad you think that. Thank you. Isa also says, I agree the ink was lovely. I got to see that one recently. I normally try to catch them on release, but it was like 9 p.m. It was already asleep when it did. Yeah, I know, I was late. I'm so sorry about that. I couldn't finish on time. I had to delay a little bit and just get it, you know, fully done. Let's see. Ghoulie Gut says, that is totally understandable. I will be sticking around, so I'm sure I'll see the announcement or open commissions. Perfect. I just joined your Discord. Oh, thank you. I got it. Welcome as well to keep up with updates. Nice. That's splendid. I need to get better at making sure to update the Discord a lot with other things too, notifications and things. I'm trying to keep all the platforms up to speed. And trying to remember, like, post to the Instagram, post to the Twitter, post to the Blue Sky, post to the Discord, post to the YouTube, post to the posts. Oh, gosh, so many things to post to. Let's see. The Air Doctor. I have like 45 minutes until my Icewind Dale campaign. Oh, nice. That's a fun module. I hope you enjoy it. If you're already... I don't know if you're in 10 towns yet or if you're further along, but hopefully you'll be surviving the harsh winter lands when you actually enter them, if you haven't already entered them. I really like the Termina one, says Erica. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the Termina one was also really interesting to tackle. That one, that was the one where I started to do a lot of, like, do a big scene, make like one big solid background, and then try to manipulate a lot of things around it. And that one worked out fairly well too for it, because again, the other one with that one is it was a huge conversation, tons of talking. So I had to try and like find ways to maximize the displays while also still being thrifty and recycling whatever I could recycle when I could recycle. Because that one also, like I said, because if I recycled and I did a clever replay of certain scenes and angles, I was able to do a little bit more for the part where she stumbles back and gets sucked in. And so by doing a lot of those tricks, I was able to spend a little more time doing other animation parts. That would also take up, quite a bit of time. But yeah. Isa says, Cat seems to have a lot of family trauma. Yeah, he does. Murrigan. Yeah, Murrigan, yeah. Yes. Murrigan. That's a fun way to say it. Let's see, understandable. They were very complex designs, says Little Wolf, and they were, yes. But I'm glad I got them out. Oh gosh, I will say when it comes to the character designs, if this was a proper like animation kind of thing, need to simplify them way more. Like the details that are on these are still extremely high. They need to be further refined / simplified. Because yeah, it's but at the moment it was very much just try to not do them any injustice, because I haven't had enough time to, what you would say, like properly redesign. And that's the other thing too, it's like I feel a little presumptuous if I actually redesigned the characters for an animation format without actually getting approval. Because it's like, if you're going to, when they do this for like the Mighty Nine, when they did it for Vox Machina and stuff like that, they were there for the artists and whatnot who would basically give them essentially like, drawings and concepts of this is how we're looking at Vax. This is how we're looking at Scanlan. Like, for Scanlan, for instance, one of the big things is that they said they wanted to give him chest hair, but chest hair is a pain to do it multiple times because getting all the details in there when the movement's happening is really hard to do. And so they eventually decided that they were going to do little sixes. So he has little sixes on his chest. I think he has 3 of them. And that's his chest hair. And it's like, and that's what you do. And same with Molly Mock. I know that one's probably the most famous discussed one, where it's like, we have to reduce the detail on your coat because there's no way the animators can get that much detail in it, and so they had to make it like simple shapes in order to make it not only easier and repeatable, but also more efficient for time. So, like I said, doing those things would be something I would definitely want to, if I was doing it, would want to have done. But since I'm not working with them in any way like that, I don't want to assume, taking over something, because it feels like it's theirs. It belongs to them. And I want to try to do it as much justice as I can for what they've given us, So, and it just means a little bit more work, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Let's see. Weird Little Button says, "We love to see the soft boy and his guard cat." Yeah, it's nice to give them a chance to have some moments, and I feel like this is actually a very likely scenario, because Wic being the kind of soft touch slash what's that word? I think it could be cloistered, but where he's like isolated from the world. He's very much just like he's lived a specific way, nobility and stuff like that. So he's never really had a good chance of roughing it and being able to handle all the on the road lifestyle. So I imagine that he definitely had difficulty sleeping and finding a chance to be able to properly recover. But thankfully, I think Teor would be a suitable method of finding comfortable sleep. And so I think Wic would have needed, and especially with his hay allergy that we semi-discovered when he was in Ulbit's house. So, and besides, he's your healer. Got to make sure the healer stays healthy. They're the ones that keep you from going down. And I mean, thankfully, the paladin can help with that too. But oh boy, do they all need those healings super bad with how much dangerous it gets. The Air Doctor says, "Oh, my players finished Sunblight and all right, okay, they're well in. They are well into the Icewind Dale. Okay, and you're the DM. Nice. Okay, so you're giving them the challenge. There's a lot of challenges at that point in Icewind Dale. That's when it gets really risky." Let's see. "I have my Vampire the Masquerade campaign tonight. Very excited for it," says Luna Wolf. Very nice. That's another good one. I like it when people actually get to do more of the TTRPGs. I mean, they're just so much fun. I love TTRPGs. Haven't had a chance to do one in a little while, or like a module or anything like that. Haven't had one of those in, oh god, I can't remember how long it's been. I think the last module I played with my family was Tomb of Annihilation. Oh gosh. I want to say 4 years ago? 5 years? No. Maybe longer. I think we started it like six years ago. I think we started it 6 years ago and then finished it like after a kind of almost a year. But yeah, that was the last module we did. That was fun. Oh, goodbye, Erica. Thanks for dropping by. A road trip home. Oh, okay. Well, good luck. Safe. Good drive safe. Gilgad says that's so smart, actually. Yeah. Isa, I know you tried to aim for Thursday, but I'm glad they're being created at all. Thanks. And yeah, I do try to aim for Thursday just so I can make sure that I can have enough time to make the next one. Because though whenever they have those break weeks, oh my god, those break weeks have helped me so many times be able to catch up and to actually like recover and do other things as well that require time. I'm still technically behind on a lot of things like in the house and trying to get some other stuff done, and I definitely need to get I definitely need to earn more. I have got to get more of an income coming in because things are racking up a little bit. So when I said the commissions for the upcoming months, yep, I will definitely be like, yep, yep. I am all for those. Definitely in need. So those will be a welcome addition when that comes down the line. Let's see. In the other news, I have a group that I play with every other Sunday, and they play Lost Mines of Phandelver that I will link into Essentials Kit campaign. Nice Hair Doctor. That is another classic one. That's like one of the most common starting or starter modules for most people. It's a good one. He couldn't bring his heating pad from home, so he has Teor, says Isa. And yes, that is true. That's how you rough it in the wilderness. Is you get a warm, big living pillow, I guess. It carries itself. Have a little bit of... He has a peck that he's leaning into, so there's definitely a little bit of fluff. Let's see. It does give a bit of classic Prince and Knight vibe. Oh, yeah, it definitely does, Lunov. Yeah. I'm stoked Sam is so down for it. I wasn't expecting that, LOL. Yeah, no, that's so true. I don't think any one of us was expecting to see and hear that in the fireside when Liam brought it up. And then Sam double downed on it, basically. I ran the Wolves of Welton one shot for my family. I definitely want to run a certain Strixhaven one shot this summer. Very nice. Strixhaven is definitely a unique one. Some of those spells, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They get banned at so many tables. Silvery Barbs, looking at you. Um, Isa says, I was wondering, have you ever heard of World's Number or watched The Witch, The Wizard, oh. Yes. I've not watched it in full. I've seen obviously the advertising slash stuff where they were talking about it being made and things, which looked really cool. But I've yet to actually give it a proper looky look. It's a podcast, yes. So great for working on projects, absolutely. Yeah, gotta love being able to listen. It's like audiobooks. Gotta love those things. They work out so well. Let's see. Someone says it has Erica, Aubrey, Brennan, and Lou as the players, and they switch GM seats. Yes. Yeah, it's such a fun thing. And they're great, you know. Lots of great players there. Absolutely love it. Air Doctor says the guys that play Lost Mines are mostly noobs, with one vet to help them as a player. Very good, very good. And they have taken a liking to Sildar. Who I made a sidekick. Okay. Nice, good decision. I like that. And it's always good to have at least one veteran player to kind of help them out when they get stuck, as well as, I guess, show them this is how you can do it, or at least here's a way that you can solve something. Show them how to think outside the box sometimes, or how to, like, interact or role play. Always great to have them on your side. Because it is, of course, it's, cooperative storytelling, so you really are kind of, like, working together to make it all, one big, solid story. Alright, saving it just so I don't lose any progress. The Wizard, the Witch, and the Wild One is so good, says, hold on, Ella Sedai? Elazy Sedai? Oh man, I'm so bad with the name. Sorry, but yes. The music in it is absolutely amazing. Oh, I love a good set of music. I mean, it really can make so many things come to life. I honestly feel like music is one of the biggest, most important elements when it comes to like movies and entertainment of any kind. Because I swear to you, if something slaps in the audio, ooh, you remember it. I mean, it's true to a degree. They talk about that, how like music can trigger specific memories a lot, like in Coco, So there is this kind of idea that if you can incorporate something really fantastic in the audio, you'll remember it better. And I'm fairly certain a lot of great movies owe a lot of their love and fandom to some of the best soundtracks that these conductors and music writers have made, and I'm all for them. And I mean, like, the most recent one for animation that has really made me go like, oh yeah, I love this thing was Witch Hat Atelier episode 5. Those of you who have seen it, you know exactly the moment I'm talking about. Those of you who haven't, I strongly recommend watching it. It is a really good anime. If you can't watch the anime, or if you don't like anime, that's also fine. Just watch Witch Hat Atelier Water Dragon scene. If you wanted to like just watch the one thing, the animation and the music that accompany that entire moment is just so well made. So well made. I love it so much. But yeah, that's music slapping it right in for it. Oh yeah, 100% nerf Silvery Barb, says Luna. Yeah, yes, you absolutely gotta nerf that thing. It's gonna break. Oh, your game's gonna be so horribly like when that happens. And I mean, I understand being as a DM, you want to give the players every opportunity and chance to try and win. But there's a point where it's just like you've turned on easy mode in the video game, and it's like, well, this is no longer a challenge now. This is just like I'm just walking in for the story and just occasionally doing mechanics because I feel like it. But for the most part, I don't want to sweat. It's just like, okay, I guess I understand. Hello, good Gold Knight Cat. Welcome. And hello, Milagros Borgs. Welcome. Oh, let's see. Quick fix for Silvery Barbs. Make it level 2. Making it level 2 would be good, but yeah, but I'd say level 3 maybe. But yeah, it still looks crazy. They noticed that at a vial of acid was 25 gold. One thing led to another, and now they placed an order for a glass bucket. Yep. I remember the whole thing. I can't remember who said it. I remember someone mentioning that it was the Dragonborn breathing acid into a glass bucket. Might have been you. And just like having the Dragonborn just like literally make an endless, supply of acid into this glass bucket. And thanks, and good to have you here, by the way, Golden Milagros. Glad to have you here. Palette Rabbit says, hello there, nice to hear the voice behind the Cobalt. Okay, well, funny enough, actually, Palette, hi, nice to meet you. I am not the voice behind the Cobalt. That is my friend. He is the one who does the voices. He works with me on the channel and in the animations and the storyboarding and in the voicing and stuff like that. And he is Scritch. He does Scritch, and my God, I don't know how he does it, because I've tried to replicate Scritch's voice, and it is so hard to do. My God, but he can just turn that thing on like instantly, and it is crazy. It's so fun though. It is so much fun when he does it, and you just hear Scritch just asking for random things in the household, or just talking to you. It's so. I know, a little side tangent, but one of the things that I find extremely funny, and I love it when this happens, is that he will do like moments where it's like Scritch in a movie. So it's like Scritch versus Darth Vader, or Scritch in what was it? I can't remember all of them, but it's like Scritch in Les Miserables, Scritch in like other little fun films, and it's just like him being the main character, but it's with Scritch energy and Scritch words. So it's just like this funny little kobold just trying to survive and just like panicking a lot of the times when like something bad happens. And it's just hilarious. I love it so much. And I mean, like, if I had the time and if I could, I would so just like say, let's just do a ton of Scritch inserts into different media, movies and stuff like that, because he's hilarious. He's absolutely so freaking funny. But yes, but that is him. Absolutely best friend, great, amazing, great guy. And Witch Head is beautiful. Thank you. I agree, Isa. I definitely agree. Just catching up on some of the chat real quick. No worries. Elaine. Okay. Elaine or Elise or Elaine. Yes, I recognize Sadai from Wheel of Time. I absolutely recognize that part. And I was just going like, oh, please let this be Sadai. Because I that's why I was like, please let that be what the word is. And it's a great, Wheel of Time. Great series. Love it. Don't know what was going on with that Prime show. It's fine. Books are great. God, that water dragon scene is jaw-dropping. Yes, it is, Luna Wolf. Yes, it is. Animation feels like soul food. It does. Beautiful hatching for this muscle shading, by the way. Thank you, Palette. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I was thinking we could try some hatching a little bit, and I'm not sure if I'm going to go for a bigger hatching. I figured I could do some small ones here for the start, and then I'll probably go back over things and see if a large hatching will work, because I'm not sure what the final thing will be. I'm not sure if we're going to go with soft shading, hard shading, watercoloring, like what kind of final look we'll finish with. So it's all a process. We'll see where it goes. Let's see. Enemies on my list. Good. Yep, definitely get to it if you can. Happy Pride Month, Spectrums. Welcome in. Reza says, I just arrived and my god, this drawing is absolutely perfection. Thank you so much. It's very nice of you to say. So endearing. Also, I agree with Chattertail is amazing. That's great. I'm glad people know. It's super good. Well worth the watch. That was me. Okay, it was you, Air Doctor. All right, so I am remembering correctly. That was you with the story of the I think it was Copper Dragon born. I'm pretty sure Copper's the one that has the acid breath. Or it could be Black. It could be Black. But Black and Copper were the two aciders, I think. This is me just trying to pull out the memory of all my lore knowledge from D&D. Let's see. Milagros, it's okay. In Borges, the E is pronounced, but it's okay. Oh, Milagros, it's okay. Oh. Wait, okay. Oh, that's good. The weird thing... Okay, there we go. The chat just scrolled crazy. The weird thing is that Silvery Barbs is level 1 and all other house spells are level 2, which is so much stronger. Yeah, I know, right? When someone designed it, I feel like it was very much a person who likes to play OP in a sense, and they were just secretly like, yes, I got it in. I got my really cool spell within the first level. I win. And then everyone else in the team just like looking blankly, going, "What have we done?" And realizing the error. I hope they realize the error. The oopsie doopsies with that one. Let's see. Let's see. Oh shoot! The chat moved too quickly. Yeah. Yes, woke balls in with all the cost. I'm not sure I understood that sentence. Yes, the works ball in with all the cost. Something like the Air Doctor. As for the guys in Lost Mines Progress, they killed Venom Fang. Nice. Teor's arm is massive. I love it. yeah. He works out, right? He does. He's got all the muscles. I feel like if it was one of those things in Full Metal Alchemist when you had the sergeant, I think it was Sergeant Major and the teacher's husband, I can't remember their names. Armstrong, I think, is the soldier. I can't remember the guy's name, but when they have their flex off, their version of like, muscles, I feel like that's the Cadigan and Teor kind of thing. That's like the two of them just kind of like going at each other, going flex. Which I also, by the way, I still loved how the Beacon Bits did it, because I know it was also that funny moment where it's like there are two kinds of cats. When it showed like Cadigan climbing up the wall like nobody's business, but Teor just falling like really bad when they were trying to invade the castle. That was such a hilarious, sad, funny moment. Let's see. Palette Rabbit says, Scritch doing a Lion King 1.5. Yes. Similar to Lion King 1.5, yeah. Or Isekai Scenario is definitely adorable. That sounds like a good animation collab goal or a 1 million subscribe goal. if that happened, absolutely. Oh my god. Gosh. That would be an amazing thing to do. I don't know if people would be... if people loved it so much that they wanted to do that, I'd be like, over the moon excited, and so thrilled that people found it just as fun. But yeah, that's a fun way to imagine it being a thing. Million subscriber goal. Scritch in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Scritch in Star Wars. Scritch in Back to the Future or something. I mean, it's like literally all the most insane little funny films that you could just just like, it's your kids, Scritch. It's your kids. Just like not knowing. Let's see. Isa says, I recently started to try GM, and I'm currently running the Shining Shrine from Helena Guide to Monster Hunting. Nice. Third session. Cool. That's another good one. They definitely added a lot of fun ways to make the monster hunting and the crafting in that one real. I read through that one a little bit. It's definitely a fun one. Lots of rules for it. Very good, though. Although my first session proper, one character kind of ate a magic MacGuffin, kind of has 3 curses, but I'm working on that. But I'm working on it. That's players for you. Sometimes you're just gonna get someone who sticks their hand where they shouldn't, or they're gonna eat something they shouldn't. It's gonna happen. It's just the curse of players sometimes. But it's fine. It's fine. As long as everyone has fun, it's all good. I'm just going to make sure to save this real quick. Pretty sure it was Black Scale. Milagro says, you can tell Wic and Teor have a good... yeah, I mean, Wic specifically, I'm sure. He's like out like a light. And happy Pride Month indeed. Is there a ship name for Teor and Wickander? I can't remember. Yeah, it's like there's Wicker and there's Teowic, and there's Halo Shire. Yep. But yeah, I don't know if there's an official one yet. I mean, because technically there has been no official like interaction / scene with them necessarily. So I feel like you don't actually get official names until there's been like some kind of a canon moment in a sense where it's like, they are now officially a couple, therefore they need a couple name, they need a ship name kind of thing, or an official ship name, as it were. But that's the whole purpose of this, at least. It's like we essentially prepare it, we test out the different names, the combos and stuff like that, so that when it does, or if it does, it's like, and we're ready. It's like, we know which one sounds the best. We know which one's going to be the thing, and everyone's like, yeah, you're right, that's the one. And then you're off. That's the good purpose about doing all the prep work early, that when the time comes, you're good to go. Let's see. Light boys. By the way, the party gave Sildar gauntlets of ogre strength and made him take the draconic... Oh, yeah, I like Fizzband too. Fizzband's good. After getting the blessings, Sildar threw up and he had to bite into the heart. Yeah. Yeah. I can't blame someone for not basically, losing it when you have to do something like that. There's no way you can keep your lunch in check. Let's see. I do another save real quick as I look up. The green dragon ran out of the spaces. It ran out. Yeah. Wicker. Yeah, Wicker. Lion candle. I can send the mini I made in Hero Forge to represent current status. Oh, nice, cool. Yeah, if you want to, you can throw it up on the Discord that we've got. That's a great way to kind of share, and I can always be able to check it out there. Let's see. Pout Rabbit says combining Iron Lung and Project Hail Mary combined to Bloody Mary. The trick is just finding a combo. That's a good way to combo it. Yeah, that's clever. That's very clever. Hail Mary, by the way, Project Hail Mary, super good film. Really good film. Issa says, yeah, we planned to do one shot, but they agreed that it's a campaign now, and they explicitly stuck their arms somewhere they shouldn't. Oh, because they have a Parasite Warlock, and it's in their arm. Gotcha. Milkrow says, I'm trying to come up with a cool name that doesn't involve their names, but I suck at that. I hear you. I absolutely am terrible with names. That is my absolute weakness, is coming up with not only names in terms of like a person's name, but also coming up with, I'm gonna flip this real quick, I think it's easier for me to work it this way. Persons and titles, oh my god, I'm terrible at them. My friend though, Scott, he's the guy who does Scritch, he, my god, so good at coming up with titles, like names and things. Super talent of his. I can't do it, but he's just like bam. Like for him, for instance, he could do the thing like when Brennan was the whole like, yeah, what's your name right now? Johannes. How's that? And I'm just like, I know for me, it's funny. It's so funny, guys. You really don't understand, but it's so funny. When Robbie initially did that for the scene in the in episode 26, the one where he was trying to get into the city, when he said make one up right now, for him, I can totally understand it, because I don't know if it attributes to it, but Robbie also has aphantasia, and it's kind of a funny coincidence that it also is the same for me. And I do wonder if those of us with it have a difficult time too, because we can't picture faces. So there's no like way to kind of associate a person's look with a name in the memory bank. You have to go off of like details and stuff. And names are one of the hardest things to kind of commit to memory. They really are. If you have a bunch of like story and like associated like chapter or whatever, blah, 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 if you have those things, it's a lot easier to remember them. Like character names, they can work out really easily when you can just like affiliate their actions in a narrative as like part of who they are. But a plain person's name sometimes is one of the hardest things to come up with. And when he was like challenging Brennan to do that, I think he was kind of in that mentality where it's just like, this is so hard for me, it's got to be impossible for you. And he's just like, boom, and you're like, oh damn. Called him out. Poor Robbie. Poor socially awkward cat / Robbie. Though so fun, such a funny scene. So funny with them. Loved it so much. So good. Uh, oh, good. See you later, Doctor. And sounds good. Thanks for coming by. Lovely time watching Hail Mary, says Isa. Yeah, I agree. Pellet says, I love films about hope against insurmountable odds and the nature of humanity to hope against all hope. Both those films are about this in different ways. Yeah, very true. Augury, King Augustus and Murray was such a smart name, but now we know from Brennan that he's gay. People are scrambling for equally good ship names with the guys. Yeah. Yeah, very true. It's just like, crap. Gotta come up with more. I also do wonder a little bit if what Azune's character, what Luis's character Azune is. I'm curious if he is a specific like, does he bat for a specific team, or is he different than like Luis is in real life, or is he somewhat the same but not the same? Because it is one of those things where you have essentially your roleplay characters and your real life self, and they don't have to coincide. So there are like opportunities for him to do other things, but I'm curious. I really want to know what Azune is all about. Hello, Luca. Welcome. Happy Pride. The scene with Cadigan was so funny. It was very funny. So funny. So sad at the. It's like, it's one of those things where it's just like, oh no, oh buddy. You're kind of like watching the train wreck going on. You're just like, oh man, oh no. It'd be, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, you see, Cadigan is kind of like a funny animal video where essentially something bad has happened to the animal. They're okay. It's not like it's a bad injury or anything like that, but the fact that it happened, you can't help but laugh, even though you're trying to say, oh no, poor thing, you're still chuckling at the same time. I feel like that's kind of like the cat energy I'm getting with Robbie and Cadigan. It's just like that level of, I feel somewhat guilty laughing at your misfortune, but at the same time, it's really funny misfortune. Alright. Well, let's see how this looks when we flip it back. Maybe like that. Should be good. Okay, tweak it back. Saving it. Alright. Palette Rabbit says, I think it'd be really cool to see, but I'm just honestly surprised / honored to see some CPTSD, involuntary age regression from Azune. What's the C? I know it's post-traumatic stress disorder, but what's the C part? Azune is, poor Azune is a mess, yeah. Either way, deliberate or not, that helped me feel seen at least. Oh, that's good. That's kind of like the nice thing about stories like that, is you can really give a chance to understand someone better. You can fully see how events or certain critical moments in a person's life can really shape or change things in so many ways, and a lot of the times it's really kind of important to get the whole story, because a lot of the times if you can just get that one piece of information or that one critical insight, you can really understand a person so much better. And it's so good to have those like moments that you can connect. So I agree. Anytime someone does something like that to kind of connect with another or feel like they've made a connection, it's great. It's great stuff. Childhood. Oh, C is for childhood. Okay, that makes a ton of sense. Obviously, duh. I should have realized that. That feels like such a no-brainer. Ugh. I should have engaged my brain. Should have figured that one out. That feels so obvious now. Durgan Drake, welcome. I think he says he kind of brings it on himself some of the time too. Also, hi. Hi. Yeah. It's very much. Let's see. Cadigan is the orange cat, misjudging the amount of power pad needed for a jump. Yep, and going half the distance. Yeah, yes. Exactly that. I wish that were me there, says Tio Takura. Takurua? And yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to try that out as a pillow substitute, right? Large, fluffy, warm. I think that's like you're gonna have probably the best night's sleep at that point. Reading up chat real again. Let's see. I love Cadigan as a character, but I know he will bring me to tears as soon as he opens up. Oh man, we have yet to see all that full past, but there's clearly something there. There is something there. I mean, obviously with the whole like Brennan saying he gave me pages, it's like okay, there's a lot then we have to unpack for Cat. Whenever he finally tells us what the hell everything happened with, we actually get the story. I'm also curious if Taisha will ever get the courage to Wolfric. See what happens then. I can't imagine it would hurt her or anything like that, I mean, I know there was like a kind of like a soft, like, you feel like you're doing something that could potentially be bad. It's like, but I don't think it's going to kill you bad, but it, just could be like, just be aware. Involuntary age regression kind of just brings you back when you were traumatized, least felt safe, are most vulnerable, and you just shove it down or wait it out. Ah, right, okay. Isa says, I did feel that the moment of age regression when he was interacting with Symbol and echoed the word adventure that made me think it was their first interaction they had with each other when he was 12. Pallet says, sorry if that was too dark or sad a subject. We should be focusing on Vikander being a cat demon cat guy. This is perfectly fine, but it's all good. Don't worry. It's all good. Little bits that come in between. Alrighty then. So, there we go. Make sure not to forget those things. Okay. Let's flip back. Alright, not bad, not bad. I'll change that up a bit. Merging the lines. Saving it, don't want to lose it. Alright. Isa says, it's understandable to show your appreciation or representation of CPSD. You're all good. They're such fantastic storytellers. They are. They are. Are those nubbed... Wait. Are those nubs Teor beans? Padding. Right, yes. I think, yeah. He has little pads on the end of his fingers. I think that was in the reference. I'm pretty sure that was in the reference. I'm trying to remember to stay true to what I was looking at for his art. She did say that it was her mission to pet all dogs. Yeah. Taisha tried to speak to celestial dogs at the Halo bars. There's no way she won't try with Wolfric. Right? Yeah, I know. She totally did it there. Palette, I'm curious if Wolfric counts as an animal or if he is truly something else entirely. Oh, man. Can you imagine if, like, this whole time Wolfric has just been an eldritch horror or something like that? Just this, like, potentially really dangerous thing that's been, like, trying to keep a low profile. It'd be hilarious. And, you know, I'm not going to say it is, but it is kind of funny because I remember when Robbie technically made that comment to Whitney when she made the squid thing, and he's just like, you summon an eldritch horror, and it's just like, yeah. But maybe Robbie secretly has another eldritch horror that we just didn't realize this whole time. Saving that real quick. Ooh, yeah. Text is going by fast. I'm just a sucker for a pun. Oh, me too. Me too. Puns are phenomenal. Thimble, not symbol. Speech to yeah. I gotta love those little things, right? Hello, Fruitjar. Fruitjar says, I've been meaning to join one of these streams for a bit, and this is the first one I've caught. Your animations really bring to life the scenes. Thank you so much, and glad to have you here. Welcome. And I'm very glad you like them. Gross, did you had this... Wait. Did you had this image in your head already? Are you referring to... If you're referring to this image right here, no. Technically, there is no image in my head at all. I have aphantasia, which means I have zero imagination to visualize. I cannot put anything into my head before I create it. Everything that I do is either by using references to help me look at what something looks like when you put something around, or I will use a lot of shapes to geometrically map out where something needs to go. So a lot of my work is essentially breaking things down into simple shapes. And then the best way I can describe it, if for those who maybe don't know, it's similar to how if you look at a cloud and you don't have any distinctive like image of it, but when you look at it, you can say, I can sort of see like a bunny, I can sort of see an ice cream cone or something like that. You can start to manipulate some of the visual shapes and scribbles on a canvas, and you can see how they can become something else. So a lot of the times when I'm sketching, the messy lines almost behave like a crude cloud that allows me to then say, oh, I like this line. It makes me think it belongs as a blank. Or I draw like a bunch of lines on top of each other to find the right one that looks like it fits the best. Because I can't pre-plan anything. There is zero like spontaneity of I've created an image in my brain and I'm going to now put it onto a canvas. But some artists can, and I am very jealous of those too, because they can just like, they know exactly what they're going to draw, and I'm like, oh my god, how the hell do you do that? It is always a trial and error with me every day when I try something. And like I said, references are my best friend. I love me some references. Give me some pieces to look at. Give me some angles to analyze and some works of art to inspire and help me. The 100%. Like those are great. Can't get enough. Fruitjar says, Campaign 4 is the first campaign I've watched, and it has really drawn me in with the storytelling. Yeah, it's a good one to start with. I mean, I love Campaign 1 and 2 a lot. Campaign 3 was also pretty fun. Campaign 1 and 2, I mean, one was the first one, so there's a lot to love with it. Campaign 2 was great, just because I think the characters just became so beloved, but that's also in retrospect because of it being there for a while, so we've actually got to know them after a period of time. So, who knows? But there are some amazing characters and moments in Campaign 3 as well that I was like... I miss Ashley playing Fern. Oh, Ashley as Fern was so funny, and she was so lively. I loved her in that one. Oh, I want more Ashley Fern. She was so good. So, but yeah, but there are some really great characters in 3 too, and Laudna and Imogen. Oh, and fresh cut grass. I mean, that's the other thing too. There are moments that reflect real life as well, and other things that go on, and you're just like, when you learn about all the shit that happens, you take things in with a little bit of a different perspective, and you kind of appreciate them a bit more too. It's interesting. It's kind of like this weird, like, shift. how you can see something one way, but then learn about something else, and then you now see it in a whole new light. Let me see. Thuffering Thuckatash, is that a thimble in your pocket, or did Theonthy not break his spellglyph? Joking. Hello, Six Countdown. Welcome. His spellglyph. Shit, I forgot. I forgot the joke halfway through. I did not realize. Oh goodness. I did not realize that his hand can hold the entirety of a Wic's waist. I mean, feels like, right? Like you can totally like almost do it. Imagine Divine Sense would have detected something in Wulfric really was something. True, very true. Divine Sense should have triggered something, but it doesn't detect aberrations. No, it's just Celestials, Fae, and Fiend. That's all Divine Sense does. So technically, an aberration could sneak under the radar. Yeah. Palace. I mean, maybe not undead or anything. Oh yeah, undead. I think is undead, Fae, Fiend, Celestial. Yeah. Yeah. Secret apparition. Oh, 80 polymorph displays. Oh, a monstrosity at that point. That's interesting. Hidden polymorph displacer beast. Finger treading dangerously low there. Oh yeah. Dog Beholder. Dog Beholder? Oh, God. That would be nuts. Funny, and very funny, but man, boy, would that be crazy. Whew. I'm saving it. Let's see. I want that for myself now. Tio says, so when someone tells you, imagine this, you're like, huh? Yeah. Honestly, when people had said certain things where it's like, imagine this, or a psychologist was like, visualize yourself here, imagine a blank, doo-doo-doo, and I think people are just talking in symbology, like you're just saying it in a way to help someone kind of feel, it's like, you can't clearly do this, but it would be like this, and I'm kind of going, all right, so it's like you're trying to tell me, recall a sensation or a feeling that you felt during a time when this happened, kind of thing. So whenever those were like mentioned, I always figured that was the case. And that anytime someone in like a cartoon or whatever did like a thought bubble where they were showing like, this is the imagination idea, I'm like, oh, you see, that's a great way to show what someone's thinking by just playing with the idea of visualizing it, because clearly they can't do that. And I'm like, oh no, wait, they can. It's like, they really can. And I'm like, oh shit, you can do that? That was so hilarious to find that out, that actually people could legitly imagine and bring it to life. And I was like, no. you can't. But it's like, oh my god, you can? That's a legit thing? And it really made so many things come to light, and it also really helps to uh, demonstrate that there is this it's this kind of fundamental thing with us as humans where we have moments or like experiences that can easily be seen as different from each person's perspective, because there are some things that others can do that we don't even realize, you know. Like someone might have an ability or might lack something, but because of that, they then have something else. And so when they're told to recall something or to think back on something, they do it differently because in their mind, that's all they can do. Like I would be terrible at like being able to describe a person's face specifically. Like I would visualizing someone, it's impossible. So if there was like a lineup question or like can you describe how someone looks kind of thing, I would do my best to describe it, but I would have a very difficult time giving them the correct like description. Probably it's one of those where it's like you'd be getting I know when I see it kind of thing, but then helping like a person come up with it, you'd be having trouble. Not forget the tail. Probably add a seam. Let's actually make it a lot. Let's make it a smaller line. All right. Let's just looking through some of the details, making sure I didn't forget anything accidentally. Okay, all right, we're in a good state. Let's just save that real quick. All right, checking up the chat real quick so I don't miss out on some things. Let's see. I also have a Fantasia. Hey, Fruitjar, welcome, club member. I say my imagination runs on text. Yes, I just have an internal narrator instead of... Yeah, exactly. Audio. All the audio. Have you seen the Maelstrom Kingdom live? I have seen the Maelstrom Kingdom live. Yes, that was really good, really funny booing Sam. It's just... Poor Robbie, too. Funny, though. Very funny. A boon or a bane? Yeah. The underwater, yes, it was very fun. Time to head back to work. Oh, have fun. Thanks. See you later. Am I wrong to actually want to see Wolfric get downed? I just want to see Cat have to bring him back. Does he summon a new Wolfric like a Beastmaster would, or will it be a big character moment? Well, in the new edition, it says that as long as you reach the creature within an hour after it has quote died or whatever, it just comes back to life. So I'd imagine it's still like the body. As long as the body's still there, he would just Like, it's basically like a raise dead thing. But it's curious to see what kind of magic that would be to technically do that. Be very cool. Very cool. Publica says they probably will come back again. There's a lot they could do in the world, especially if we return to Exandria or the future. Yeah, it'd be very interesting. And it'd be curious if they stick to Daggerheart for it now, too, because that was another thing. They made it a Daggerheart one-shot as opposed to a D&D one. Mila Grows. Oh, I understand. I'm the opposite. I have too many images in my head. Yeah, like my friend, he has hyperphantasia. He can like literally impose his imagination into the world. Like it's a full-on like hologram basically. And it's very easy for it to make it like a translucent existence, but if he focuses hard, he can make it look like it's real for him, which is like that's crazy. But yeah. Palette says to Dragon, I want Wulfric being down to not just emotionally hurt Cadigan. I need Wulfric to be the equivalent of rabid and unstoppable, so they need to kill themselves. Oh gosh. Genuinely can't sleep because imagination is too vivid. That's why I'm up this. Oh shit. Well, 12:30. Oh, so you okay, alright. Nice. Well, glad you're here with us while you're unable to sleep. Luna says, I'm pretty sure my mom has aphantasia. She had the exact same reaction to learning I can see things in my head. There you go. It's crazy now that it's a thing, and I feel like now it's become more widespread. People are able to go, oh, and go with that. Palette, we are a social species built on adaptability and compassion. Our differences allow for blocking the collective blind spots. That's, yeah. Palette, that is my problem to sleep too. Oh, nice. I find that repetitive white noise can help as a focus point. I normally use rain and thunderclouds. Ah, nice, yeah. Yeah, and if I get like a YouTube video or something like that like has like a soft, soothing voice, that can also like knock me out sometimes. That old classic when you're a child and someone reads you a bedtime story, it's just like someone reads you something and boom, out you go. For my sister, it was the Little Mermaid. She would listen to the Little Mermaid and she'd be in the room across from me with the door open and I would hear it, and then I would wake up to the because, you know, she had watched it to the end and it had reached a white noise back in the day when that was a thing. I have a playlist of sleep songs that ends in thunderstorm sounds. Very nice, Luna. Dragon Drake says, my fiance always plays a variety of rain and storm sounds. Nice. Freighter Alpha, which I think that's a new name. Hello. So cute art. Saw another clip of your art. Found out what a big boy is. Queer is big W. I mean, thanks for the compliment. Glad you like the art. Luna, I really want to see Bell's Hells at level 20 indeed. Ooh, man, that'd be crazy. Yeah, but I'd like to see that too. Isa, I've been wanting and trying to find research into hyperphantasia, so I'm glad to hear someone else experiences it because I've been trying to figure out my own. Oh, nice, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of cool thing to figure out. It's hard to figure out if I actually do have it or if I'm just saying it's impressive imagination, but that description of it being able to place over physical space, I can relate to. Ah, okay, cool. Very cool. Nice. That's a skill I'm jealous of. Dragon Drake says, now I'm wondering if I have aphantasia because this all feels familiar. It's an awakening. It really is when you actually figure it out. I was never read stories as a kid. Oh, but I like the idea. Yeah. For me, the memory that I have, the most vivid memory for storytelling was my dad reading The Hobbit to me. That was probably my introduction to all things fantasy. Was him reading that to me. I think I was sick. I can't remember with what though, but I remember him just. I remember the book. Can't visualize it, but I remember the details. I remember it was a small little black paper book, and it had like a real life photo, essentially of You know what? Actually, I'm just very curious. I'm just gonna see if I can actually see it if it's online. Ah, there it is. There it is. It like one of the very first things that came up. There you are. There you are, you little thing. Let me see if it'll let me just push it up here real quick. Oh yeah, there's the tiny little thing. This was the cover of the book that my dad read to me for The Hobbit. Like a kind of almost like a real life photo of this little guy and then Gollum in the background. That was my bedtime story when I was feeling icky. But yeah, that was a moment. That was some childhood right there. And he also like introduced me to D&D and everything too. So all fantasy stuff, everything related to it stemmed from my dad. Hooked since I was like I would have been maybe 5 years old, I think. But yeah. Mask of way too many faces. As a GM who has a pretty detailed visual imagination, I was mind blown to learn that I have 3 players with aphantasia. Nice. That's kind of 3 in one place. That's nuts. Oh my god. And to them, they're just like, we're in the majority at that point. Keaton says, I really love how you draw Teor. I'm a sucker for Leonin. My first D&D character is one, and seeing Travis play one was a dream come true. Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, I'm very glad you like Teor, his depiction. He is definitely a fun character to draw. And he definitely has a lot going for him. And I do like the I can't remember their name. The original concept artist for him. I thought Teor's original concept art is so good because of how it plays into the one thing I love a lot, which is complementary colors. If you look at Teor specifically, you will see that they utilized OBS reconnection successful. Oh, are we back? Are we good? Did everything... I just noticed that we lost it for a second. We all good? Am I back? I want to say I'm back. Hopefully I'm back. Am I back, guys? Did everything okay? It said I had a little hiccup. We exist. Okay, I think 100%. Okay, yeah, it was me. My bad. We're back. But anyways, yes. So what I was basically saying is that Teor is he's the complementary colors of yellow and purple. If you look at Taisha, her complementary colors are red and green. So you can see that there's a lot of care that the person did when designing their characters. Even technically, Tyranny, for instance, she is an off red, which is the pink, and her outfit is actually a slightly green blue. So the green that comes from in there gets to pop a little bit more because of her slight complementary hue that lines up with it essentially. But yeah. So like I said, the original artist, who I'm so bad with names. This sucks so much that I can't remember names. But they 100% amazing job. Absolutely superb work in designing these characters for and with them. Because I'm pretty sure they said that they did a lot of like concept art with them. So that was like. So they made some of the best combos. Absolutely. Let's see, let me go ahead and get these. Okay. Let me look through the chat real quick because I definitely missed stuff. I fall asleep listening to David Attenborough. Yes. Raymond, that's a good one to fall asleep to. Oh gosh, they're using his voice so much nowadays, which is kind of sad. But I mean, yeah, David Attenborough, he's a classic. I can't sleep with too much noise or light. My boyfriend is the opposite. He falls asleep like a stream, but most of the people he watches just speak too loud or scream a lot. Yeah, that would probably be difficult. Dragon says, I don't get how people can fall asleep to talking, like, aren't the hyper-focused on what the words are? How do you just not pay attention? I think, to me, it has to be something that is very boring. Like, someone has to talk about a subject that you're just like, oh, I don't care. That's, or they say something that you already know the answers to. You're like, if you're, like, already in that stage of, like, familiarity, which is why it's, like, a lot of people listen to things that they're already seen before. Like, if it's a favorite movie or a favorite YouTube or something like that, there is kind of like this, you know what's going to happen kind of thing, so it kind of puts you into the state of relaxation, because you're kind of like, you fall into the melody, you fall into the cadence, and it kind of like, it like drops your circadian rhythm to the point that you begin to lull and relax, and then boom, you're out. The hyperphantasia is exactly what? It's basically being able to use your third eye, your mind's eye, and impose it on reality with such vivid detail that it could almost be mistaken as a real object. Like, you could literally place your imagination so well into the world that it could overlap it completely. On a scale of being able to visualize the apple, but it's 11. In fact, it's animated and you're in an orchard. Yeah, exactly, Issa, exactly that. It's like, it's super in-depth. I'm Aleph. Oh, hello. Hello, Aleph, I gotcha. I will be returning to the D&D after 8 months on next Friday. Oh, Jewish. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. I'm going to play a reverse werewolf druid. Nice. Like, my character lost his humanity and became a monster. Oh, and someone tried to bring it back through the curse of the cat. Oh. Interesting. That's an interesting twist. Cool. Dragon Drake. I don't know if he is comfortable enough he can sleep with the background noise, but I can't because I focus on the words they're saying and not the movie in my head. We exist. We're back. Hey, back. Okay. Where did you find his concept art? I'm not sure I've seen it. Oh, Google. If you Google up like Critical Role character art, you'll see. Sorry. Do you mean like all the variations? Okay. I've never seen the variations of the different ones. All I just go off is what the cast has said, because they have mentioned that they went through different versions and they had like these other possible variations kind of thing. So I'm just going off of that. That's what I mean when I say they went through a bunch of concept art. I don't think they've ever released anything when it comes to the what you call them, the scraps, not the scraps, the rejects. They haven't shown any rejected character art, as far as I know. They might have, and I'm just completely oblivious to it. And move you down a little bit. That should be good. And then I can erase these. All right. Same with me. I'm writing a book, then playing. I'm more writing a book than playing a movie. Yeah. Finally, someone understands. Sounds. It's very much sounds for me. But let's see. Dragon says, "Yeah, thinking on it more. I'm sure I can actually visualize images, but I'm basically falling asleep to writing a fan fiction." Nice. Yeah, to me, it's audio. Audio is a very powerful force. I'll remember a lot of things based on what I hear, or if there's any kind of like if there's anything I'm supposed to remember, if I put it to a lyric, or if I put it to some kind of melody or something like that, I'll be able to recall it without really much issue. It's super easy at that point for me. And like to just for funsies and stuff like that, to kind of share, my memory in particular is very keen on music and lyrics and stuff like that. So I'll remember and quotes from movies. So I'll be able to recite things like that. But I can still remember certain lines and songs from like the most randomest things, like in my childhood, like when I was in Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat in the community theater play. There is literally the song where he describes all the colors on his coat, kind of thing, and most people can't remember it, but those colors are stuck in my head, like I because without going into the melody, it was red, green, brown, scarlet, black, ochre, peach, ruby, olive, violet, fawn, lilac, gold, chocolate, mauve, cream, crimson, silver, rose, azure, lemon, rusted gray, purple, white, pink, orange, and blue. And it's just like you had to say those lyrics over and over and over again for the song. And it was kind of funny because most people in the community play were just like, nope, not gonna remember it. And so they're just like going mumble, 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 blue. And they just ended it with blue. They're just like, that's it. We'll just remember the blue. Everyone else who can do it, you do the other colors. We'll just go blue at the very end. Oh god, now that's playing in my head now. It's just constantly playing that one. Retext. You can finish lyrics. I've seen people say they fall asleep to Say So. I think that's how you say that. I don't know who that is. I should, but I don't. I fall asleep to VODs on the one topic of YouTube, as he has a very relaxing voice. Ah, there you go. Yep, voices can do that. What max level you play in D&D, chat? We play with handbook 20 plus level and campaign level. Whoa, shoot. That's huge. I've never gone that high. 20 is the highest I've ever done once, and man, that was fun. But man, I've never gotten any higher than that. That's crazy. That's nuts to imagine anything higher. Kind of wonder what the challenges are at that point, when you can like do well. Also, what classes I guess are in the party, because if you don't have anyone who's a game breaker, then you should be fine. But yeah, it's curious. You're definitely fighting demons and gods at that point. Let's see. Maybe I have hyperphantasia now. I would have a word for it. Oh, good. No, there you go. The musculature on... I'm assuming it's Teor. An autocorrection to Taro. But yeah, Teor, yes, thank you. ASMR knocked me out well. Yeah, ASMR can do that too. You get that, like, it's white noise at that point. Okay, I think we're back again. Sorry about that. God, I do with some hiccup. What the heck's going on? I wonder what the heck is doing that. Something's going. Something's making the internet go nyek. So. Sorry about that. Okay, but with sounds, can you imagine in your head someone's voice saying words they haven't said? Yes, yes, absolutely, yes. Yes, you can definitely take a person's voice and start to manipulate it a little bit, which can become confusing sometimes if you make them say things and you're like, wait, did they say that line? It's like, no, I don't think they did. I think I made that one up. But yeah, definitely can do that. I think I want to bend this cloth a little bit more. Interesting. I can hear this little music that's being played in the background from this thing, and the piano is very, 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 very similar to a melody from Charlotte's Web, the cartoon. If anyone has ever seen that, the old one, like we're talking the old 2D animation one, but there is a point where the piano was going dee 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 dee, and that's literally the main melody for Charlotte's Web. Okay, saving it. Riza says, music is so central in my life now. It keeps me relaxed. Even now, watching a stream, listening to instrumental and cooking. Perfect Sunday. Oh, great. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad. Hopefully this way of doing audio and music will work. I hope. Oh, please let it work. Please let it work. Have to wait and see. Highest one was level 10. I'd say you do have a relaxing voice. Who? Me? Oh, I feel like I'm not that relaxing. I'm probably very hyper. Actually, that one made me dyslexic. We're back. Yes, we're back. The stream has allergies and keeps freezing and sneezing. Yeah, too much pollen. I can occasionally hear other voices, but it's most of the time it comes off as my voice as their tone. Ah, there you go. I can do that too with the voices. Nice. I think my head is too powerful for me. Man, the Hannon and Velas conversation led up. Oh, it was very good. Yes, that was Luna. It was a very good moment, and it was also a cool lore moment too, which I really liked. What's thicker, Teor's arms or legs? Oh, definitely his legs. I would definitely say his legs are thicker for sure. Mask of Many Faces started GMing in 2019. The highest level players reached until now is 12, but our group has 6 parties within one homebrew world. Oh, very cool. But man, yeah, hoo-hoo. Aleph says, on level 30, we save our world stuck in time loop from Eldritch God. Aha, there you go. That's definitely worthy. ended with rewrite fabric new reality from point where collusion with horror never happened. Ah, but it changed the world too. There you go. HSR shenanigans, if you are familiar with it. I see, I see. A lot of good level up moments. I wonder what a level up means without their god. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Riz, you mentioned you were cooking. What are you cooking? What food are you preparing today? Let's see. Saving it again. Don't want to lose anything. All right. Making chicken couscous with veggies. Ah, nice. Having a really good time now. Very good. Are you guys nervous/anxious about next episode? Says Milligros. A little. I'm very much wondering like if the level of casual / less lethal moments are now behind us, and Brennan's going to bring the full fury of the supposed combats that could now be coming our way. Because I imagine he's going to obviously bring very, very dangerous moments for them right now. I do appreciate, though, that he is trying to use some of the NPCs to help kind of tell them, don't do certain things, it might be too dangerous. And that is kind of the thing that it's like you want and hope that a DM will do, especially if they said that these are going to be really deadly encounter campaigns kind of thing. You want them to at least give some level of foreshadowed or warning to say, going in here without this or choosing to go at this time would be very dangerous. Like the whole, I don't want to, Sid saying, I don't want to go into House Taconis' manor unless they are not at home, which they will be when they go to the Villa Aurora kind of thing. So it's like, oh, you see there, he's just kind of giving a nod to the players going, hey, go then. That's a good time to do it. Don't try others. Bad. Very bad idea. So yeah, I'm sure there's going to be something dangerous is coming, and we just gotta hope that they'll come through. I also hope they Brennan, I hope he does not kill Sid. I really hope he doesn't kill Sid. I like that poor guy. He literally just got back. But there is this kind of how would I describe it? There is this tradition slash advantage for the DM to use NPCs as a way to demonstrate how dangerous something is by using them as the thing that gets killed. So, for instance, Dame Saramai, when she was with the Seekers, her fate was basically a version of Brennan going, this is how dangerous the encounter is. Look at how she took out the knight, essentially. So it's kind of like using those story moments to essentially portray to them and to the viewers that this encounter is very bad, and let me show you why. Here's your example. Now that you've been warned, plan accordingly, or be prepared to run, or at least know how serious this could get, essentially. So I really hope Sid is not used like that. I don't want Sid to be a visual demonstration of shit go bad. bad. Luna says, lucky I can watch it live since it's after my last final. Oh, nice. Very good, very good. Mask and Miniface. It is 7 p.m. in Germany, so I'm through with cooking today. Had tortilla wraps with friends earlier. That is so interesting to see tortilla wraps in Germany. It's so cool, though. Very. Not just the play. The rescues and the Sundered Houses meeting are both also stressful. Okay, yeah, they are, Dragon. They are absolutely. They look gross. I'm very nervous, and yeah, I get what you're saying with the NPCs. I know, I don't want it. Isa says, I honestly thought it would be the one encounter at the theater. Didn't expect to split up, but I'm fascinated to see how the teams work. Yeah, me too. I'm curious. The theater is going to be beautiful, I know. Oh, pray, hope, fingers crossed. Where to start explore more about boys you're drawing? Like where I mean there's probably tons of art on of this on like Twitter. I know there's another artist on Twitter who does Teor and Wic. He's been doing Teor and Wic for like a while, and he's got some really good ones. He's got some very good ones. He gave like Wic magpie black and teal wings and something like that for his angel wings. Really cool designs. Love it. I'm just trying to remember. I think it's Kaor. No, it's ooh. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the name. Let me see if I can find your name again. I know you're here somewhere. Scrolling. CD. Oh, okay. Chris. Their name is Chris. Their their Twitter name is at Nat1Vibe. NAT1VIBE. They do some great Teor and Wic art as well. I would if you're looking for more of this specifically, I would recommend them. When Wickander said to go back to his house, I couldn't stop being nervous. Oh, I know. So glad it worked out, though. Because that moment with Sam. Ooh, who knew he was going to pull something like that? I mean, Brendan clearly didn't know he was going to pull something like that, and that was so clutch. So clutch. So good. So freaking funny. So good. I also like watching something like Laura when he mentions her and how her face just goes like, "Oh, you, this fucker," kind of thing. I always thought that was always so funny too. Alright, let's rotate this a little, make it easier for me to start this one out. Oh, what's right? Need to do. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, too strong. We'll do a lighter line. Okay, should be good. Okay, and then let's create some of these beams for his, I don't know what I would call this, his collar? Yeah. Oh, that one's going to be a long one. There we go. Alright. That one's going to be right about there. Okay. Let's go ahead and get these appropriately sized up, shall we? Checking out the chat real quick before I continue. Oh no. Okay, I think we're good. Whew. And he performed in that 20. Yep. When are we just gonna go out of his house next, or he's gonna become a new sneaker? I hope he gets out okay. Oh boy. Yeah, poor Teor. Something happens to Sid. I know. Oh, Luna. I don't think Brennan would possibly do that after all the trouble to save Sid, though it may be a possibility things go bad. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like he intended Gus to die, essentially, and I'm sure, like, Sid was very much a character that was like, here, I give you two options. You get revenge on Casimir, or you save Sid. Here are your two choices. If you pick one, you lose the other, kind of thing. So it was kind of like that whole... The punishment was like he technically was lost, but they resaved him just at the last second. Kind of, he gave them one more chance to basically try to get him back, and they got him back. But it is kind of like the whole. There is these cost and risk kind of things that he plays with them. And Demodus was also another one of those where it's just like he's there, but he could potentially just not survive if they didn't, like, he was okay with them technically being lost. If the NPCs were lost, it would not harm the story necessarily. So I kind of feel like he does have the same with Dame Saramai. I feel like he has these moments of these are great NPCs, but if something bad happens, it's not going to be the end of the world. To whatever the story's intent is. But the problem is Brennan makes such good NPCs that you're just like, you can't kill any of them, Brennan. We love them so much. They're all too good. None are allowed to die. And then, of course, like, Dame Saramai was already lost. We're like, okay, no more else besides Dame Saramai. She's the first and only one. That's it. The new rule. That's the new rule. So we can call sidebar. That's the new rule. I'm looking for a level playing field. I loved Sulrek. She's just so good. Yanessa low-key making me think she's the reason why all this is all happening, says Zintavia. I mean, that is a curious thought. How much a person's actions actually led to why X, Y, and Z are happening. Like, why did Taconis attack Royce? What issue did they have with them? What did they do, or what could they have possibly done that would make them a problem? And they were just like, nope, gotta eliminate it, and took the whole risk / decision of eradicating them. Let me get some circles in for the shield. Those little button thingies. What are they called? Not buttons. They're like rivets. The rivets. And by the way, this is just my best guess, because I have no idea what his shield looks like, because they never gave an official reference for his shield, so it's all guesswork at this point. We're all just like going, I don't know, man. that one was, you're lying. With Brennan and Sulrek, she just like, that's fucking crazy. You said you could read my mind. I don't know, man. Use your head. Use your head. Alright. Saving that before we lose anything. Alright, checking out the chat. Chat has said, oh gosh, okay, yeah, shit, no, it scrolled, it moved too fast, okay, Chris, Nat 1-5, yes. Oh, it's not Mark Mercerva. They drew a fun. I have not seen that one. If you can show me that one in the Discord with a link, that'd be great. I might have seen it, but I might have forgotten it. But show me if you got it. Sam is so good. Do you like any other ships? Or with like, we had this question earlier, and I think the one that was like the like it's hard to know exactly for the things, but I think the one that we came down to that was like at least somewhat current that we can go with was Murray and Cadigan, which was Murrigan, I think. I think that's the only one that was like potentially, because there's a lot more to discover with all the characters still, so it's hard to give a final decision. Chris is like the original Teor Wic fan. He's one of the first. Yeah. What kind of drawing tools do you use in your work? I use a tiny little black Intuos tablet, a Razer fast typing, like a hot button thingy. It kind of looks like almost like a black flat glove. It's got like a series of buttons at the top and like some buttons at the side. So it's kind of like it's for like my fast keys and things like that, as opposed to doing Control Z, Control H, Control S, Control on the keyboard. It was kind of, I moved to this to make it a little easier. But yeah, and then Paint Tool Sai is the software. That's what I got. I got what you would call like the cheapest tools possible. The little like $40 tablet, the little $40 hotkey thing, and the $60 software. And I've had this software I've had for years. This thing is old. But let's see. On Twitter, yes, they're on Twitter. Murray, Gus, but the ship sank. But that ship sank. Yeah, it did. I'm for Velis Taisha. Oh, yeah, with the bath. Like when they were in Castle Klippenblick. Love that name, Klippenblick. Castle Klippenblick. Oh yeah, they were good. They had their moment too. Very true, Darktail. Very true. Agonethic on Tumblr also has some Teor. Oh, okay, there you go. Agonethic. Gotta look up that one. I'll remember it in my heart. It says Milligros for the Murray and Gus. Mask of Many Faces. Camping 4 feels so dangerous. To be honest, I didn't think I would be into the Schemers table, but it felt so intense. Yeah, I was dubious about them too, but oh my gosh, did they prove me wrong, and I'm so happy they did. They were one amazing like episode after the other. So good. So good. The scene with Demetis and Murray legit brought me to tears. It hit hard since I'm actually graduating college myself next week. Congratulations. And man, yeah, I can totally understand that could hit. That's so good, though. Congratulations. Darktail, yes, I love the Schemers so much. Super good. Little Wolf, me too. Nice. That says Milligros. Demetis is a precious boy. Brennan better let him reach Timony. I agree, Dragon Drake. I agree. Absolutely, and he better. Darktail, I'm not graduating, but it hit me all the same. It's the bittersweet realization of losing a dream you've been wanting in favor of one you never even thought you could realize. Oh, that's a very good way to put it. Yeah, very, very good way to put that, Darktail. Yeah. Isa says, I really hope they talk to Dane before they put her in the ground. Yeah, I don't know why they haven't tried talking to her. That's an interesting thing. I don't know what they'd ask, though, but I guess, yeah. They could be, but they didn't. Milligros, yeah, Brandon, no more killing our beloved NPCs. Yeah. Oh, cool. Thank you, Dragon Drake. Thank you. That's perfect. Awesome. He said, could you put the symbol of a torn banner on a shield, or is that like a secret thing they don't talk about? I had no idea what they're... I just made it a generic thing, which I know that there's a kind of like Ving that I do just to kind of do it, but I don't know. Because they never described it, so I'm like, if they never said it, then I don't think it's there. So, I try to be as true to their stuff as I can be at times. Same, so Rexy is hands down my favorite NPC. Oh, she was amazing. It's your artistic vision. Yeah, but you always want to be nice to the people who made it. You kind of want to be respectful to their stuff too. It's kind of like they designed something and had it a certain way. You want to kind of, not push past their own comforts or their own wants. Man, I wonder if that axe is a versatile or a two-handed. That's a good question, and that's a very good question. I really, and if it's magical or not too. I don't think it is, but it could be curious. Surek, she's so cool and funny. I couldn't stop laughing. Me too. Oh, Milligros, me too. It was so good. So good. Mask of Many Faces. From my childhood, I have always been drawn more to the villains and monsters. The designs and characters are much more interesting to me. Oh, no, fair. They are very cool designs. You get some really cool stuff there. I use Paint Tool Sai too. Nice. Spectrum's nice. Yeah, it's really good for what it is. Actually, very, very good for bang for a buck. Real. A nice humble setup for an incredible works. Oh, thank you. I got an X Pen. Oh, X Pen. That's the one that my friend has. He uses that drawing tab with the screen. Yeah, it's cheap and it works really well. Yeah, it is, and he uses it, and it's really good. The axe was massive. It might be an oversized weapon. I wonder if the axe was just like stuck in like an extra large size because of her growth thing that she did. So I don't know. I'm curious if it's magical in any way, or if it's just like, did it shrink back down, or what? You know. There's a lot of stuff to wonder about that axe. The lady's favor that Julian was just like, you can use it, but I want it back. I need it back for other things. And then my brain is just still remembering moments with Brennan where he just goes like, Master Lethalia, are we allowed ellipses in the questions? How about we filter the questions through me? No, Dice, I want them to fuck up again. Listen. Yeah, just, oh, no, $20. Wow, geez, that's super cheap. That's really good. Yeah, no subscription required. Just boom, boom, and you got it. Super good. Hey, Ingrid Julian is interesting. I love Ingrid. Ingrid's great. Ingrid is absolutely good. She is so fun. That's a fun one to do. Yeah, ship them. That's a good way to ship. Intuos draw, and now I have a Wacom Intuos. Oh, exactly. That's exactly what I have, an Intuos. Yep, that's it. The Wacom Intuos. The little black 10 by 6, 8, something like that. Asking if Castle Klippenblick is so strange to me when German words pop up in the stream shows. It always takes me a second to realize because my brain is in English mode. Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, it is legit German, right? It is like literally like translated to like on a cliff or something, like castle on a cliff or like town on a cliff or something like that. It's I think Riesengirdle is like something belt, right? It's because it wraps around the cliffside or something. I'm pretty sure it's like when I looked it up online, I got like an actual like legit German definition for what these words were. I think. And if that is true, and if they are, I'm even more impressed that Brennan used them, because like, what a way to add a level of like extra detail on top of it. If he legitly did like research essentially to get the names in there to solidify the lore, the kind of the cool nature that is the Einfassen and their whole lands and cultures and stuff. My husband and I always get excited when we see a new post. Oh yes, nice. I'm sure the crypto team gets excited too. Perhaps they. I hope they see it. I have no idea if they do. It is one of those where it's just like, maybe if they're seeing, I hope they are, and if they are, I hope they like them. It is essentially like a. I don't know. I know Luis has at least seen the shorts. I don't know if he's actually clicked on the videos, but I know he has seen the shorts that had Azune in them, because he has at least commented and said how much he liked them, which was really, really cool and nice for him to do. It was absolutely amazing to see someone from the cast say that they liked it. And it was so rewarding to know that there was at least some level of, like, not an approval, but at least some level of, like, thumbs upping, going like, you know, I like what you're doing, keep it up, kind of thing. Where it's like, I like what you're doing, you know, I've given you like a little blessing of like, this is good shit, you know. Your rendition / interpretation is aces in my book, or good. It's good in my book, kind of thing. And that was a lot. That meant a lot to me. Saving it. Don't want to lose anything. Dragon Drake says, it was ironic that Sorexi wanted them to fuck up again, and then she did twice after that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Christmas Ingrid. It was so fun. Yeah, exactly, Dark Taylor. It really was. Sorry, my bad. I looked up how much I paid for Painter's Life. Yeah, $42.7. Okay, that sounds more like it. I remember it being closer to that. Yeah, that makes more sense. Beautiful, beautiful karma. Absolutely beautiful karma, says Darktail. That gross. I really loved all the Seekers having fun with the German words. Oh, yeah. Just getting to say them. It's just so good. Spectrum says, but now because of the economy, paint tool is 34. Oh, boy. Gonna go. Best of luck. Oh, thanks so much. Thanks for coming by, Aleph. Happy Pride Month. Oh my god, Luis Curso saw your work. That's yes, it was really, really cool. Yes, and he commented. It was on Blue Sky, and I think also on the Twitter. But the Blue Sky, I think, was where it originally was, and he reposted things, and he like said like he liked it, and he said it was like great work. So that was like, oh, that's great. I like that. Liam is art dad. Yes, he is. I recommend showing off your. I've said I've added people. I've given notifications to say, hi guys, I've got stuff. If you want to look at, it's here for you to see. You know, no pressure, but there it is. And then I haven't gotten anywhere, or at least I haven't seen any what you would call I haven't seen any concrete evidence that they have seen it. So I'm currently just operating on maybes. But to be fair, a lot of the stuff that they also look at is art, like just like flat plain art, basically, not animatics or videos and stuff like that. So most of these things have been videos for the most part. So I can understand that they probably haven't had time, or they haven't watched much. They just look for whatever is instantly there on the feed, and then from there they're able to, like, you know, check out stuff essentially. Luis seems good with fan engagement. Yes, he is very good with fan engagement. Absolutely. Impressed me to no end. Although perhaps I'm biased since we actually had a short interaction on Twitter. Oh, cool, too. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, that's super nice. Oh, perfect. 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 Oh my gosh. Thank you, Mask of Many Faces. You're right. Cliff and Blick equals Cliff View. Right. So cool. And recent Girdle is Giant's Belt. See, because Girdle, right? English and German, we have a lot of roots, and it's like when I see the word Gürtel, I'm like, oh, like a girdle, like a girdle. It's like, yeah, Gürtel, because it's our word. I'm like, oh, fair, legit, it's fine. But yes, recent Gürtel belt. So nice. I forgot that the submission to Critical Role fan galleries is available. Not. Oh yeah, yes, there is, and I have sent images, and some of the images have actually been on there. The shot from the fourth animatic where Octus comes back when he's revived, it's all of them looking down at him. That scene was featured as it's the head banner in the fan art. So in the fan art galleries, if you scroll back to that month, they have October, November, somewhere around there, you will see it there, which is really cool because that was a very good scene. When I drew out that scene, it was like, oh, the balance of these characters looks great. I love everyone's position. This is good. And so I was like, oh, this is a good layout, good concept layout. So I was like, yeah. And they liked it too, which was like, yay, they liked it. As to whether or not they saw the video, I don't know, but they liked the still image. Luis needs to show it off to the crew. Yeah, I mean, but Luis is busy, and they're all busy, and I don't know, and I can totally understand that they've got so much going on, and it's great if they can, but I can totally understand if it either slips their mind or it's just so much going on, because they do have a lot. Let me just get these in real quick so I don't lose their placement on the face. Luis and Alex had commented on the sculpture of Pincushion I made. Oh, very cool, Lena. Very cool. Nice. And that's great. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Let's see. Making sure we didn't neglect those markings just to be on the safe side. Okay. Looking at the chat real quick. How many languages do you guys speak now? I only know English. I barely can recall and understand Spanish, but that's about it. I mean, I can pick up a few things, but fluency? Nope. Barely fluent in English as it is. I was wanting to ask if you did your kobold voice naturally, or if you... So I'm not the one who does Scritch. That is my co-creator and friend. He is the one who does Scritch, and there is no voice editing whatsoever. He just turns it on. It is so crazy how much he can do that. I am impressed every time he can just pop Scritch, and I'm just like, I can't. I've tried imitating the Scritch voice. So I'm trying like doing it now. Like, I can't. He does it so like boom instantly, and he just like he does line, so many lines. It's phenomenal. But yeah, no voice editing. It's just him just doop, turn on, turn off. It's phenomenal. I speak English and Mandarin, and I'm learning Taiwanese Hokkien. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. But really cool. Multi-languages, people who can speak more, so awesome. People who don't have English as your native speaking and you've learned English so you can interact with us, oh my god, thank you so much. Oh my god, thank you so much. So many blessings to people who actually take the time to learn English. It is a terrible language. I understand. Absolutely horrendous. I really can't understand other languages. I'm so bad at it. So you being able to take the time and effort to learn what I can speak so I can interact with you is so cool of you. And I think everyone who does that is like amazing and deserves a ton of praise. Absolutely. So many. Thank you guys so much. Darktail, native Spanish speakers speak English fluently too, and now learning Dutch. Okay, that's awesome. And thank you. Yeah, you learning English. Thank you. Oh, and you're in the Netherlands now too. Oh shit. Well, there you go. That's super cool. Sick. I speak Spanish and English. Was learning Japanese. Ooh, very nice. Nice. Also trying to learn Hakka-Hailu dialect, but sources for that are a lot less. Fair. I'm so impressed with your art. I've been drawing as long as I can remember, but I don't have the patience to do animation, animatics, or even learn digital art. Though it would make things so much easier. Yeah, thank you. And yes, it once I've picked up and did digital, it's just like, I can't go back now. I'm stuck. I can only do digital. It's the way of things. It is what it is now. It is my life. Let me just double check here. Looking good. Okay. All right. Let's refine up the outside silhouetting so we can work this properly. Because then if I erase these excess lines, is that the only ones? Okay, good. And then I can use this to... Oh, I'm in the wrong one. There we go. Strict. Okay, this and this and this. Because now if I can separate out the border white from the rest, and then I'll add the other. Oh, that'll be fine, because I'll do that later. These ones I'll need to make sure to get away the tags. Okay. Oh, right there too. Oh no, wait, no, that's inside the gray. Okay, we're fine. Okay, selection, invert, boom. Reduce so I can see it better. Okay, cool, and then that's the other one. Okay. So let me just I just want to make sure I get it. Actually, that's all right, there we go. Pull it up and come right there. Okay, and then I'll just fill in the empty spaces, and all right. I think we got the border and the things. Nice. Okay. Now the question is if we go lining more, or if we leave it. I might probably do some hatching here and there just to distinguish some of the shapes, because I've noticed that I might want the I think I want that this thing to be a bit more visualized. So oh, and I forgot his scars. Got to do his scars. Okay, good. Get these things in there. Go. Probably also give a teeny bit more of a distinction there with the divide. Oh, yep, gotta get the under eye thing. Forgot those. Gotta get that there. Okay. Wanna add that. A little more here and there. A little more tiny touches of hatchings. Just to help a little bit more of the definition come into play. Just helps me out a little bit. All right, saving that one. Didn't want to lose it. Okay. Venezuela. Nice. Cool, Lieutenant. That's sweet. Digital is so great. It's so good. Love it. Love it. Love it so much. More Spanish than I thought. Hey. What program do you use to do the animags? I don't think Painttool Sai is that built in. I do most of the images on Painttool Sai. All the images are like layered and worked in that one. They get saved as individual PNGs, and then they get uploaded into OpenTunes, which is the free animation software that I can use, and essentially I play around with them there. So it's kind of like doing a lot of the cells. If you think of classic traditional 2D animation, where you would basically have those still images and you would just layer them down and like snap and snap and snap essentially, but in the OpenTunes I lay it down and I select how many frames it's going to fill. And I move things around with other effects, like, you know, panning the shot or transparency fade outs and things like that. But most of the time, it's literally all the work is drawn on Sai, and then all the images get shuffled into the OpenTunes software. I do digital texture work for 3D models on VR chat. Ooh, very cool, Zin. Very cool. Substance Painter's my best friend. Yeah, very nice. Holland. Yes, it's very good. What are the fucking odds? Very cool. Very cool. You guys, I like that. People finding connections. That's so nice. I still like to flex my traditional art skills. So much fun to color with my Prismacolor pencils. Ah, nice and very nice. Yeah. Traditionals are always a lot of fun. Oh, just see here. German and English, but I don't got too many chances to use it. Listening / understanding is fine. Speaking can be a struggle till I get to it. So sorry if I get something. Oh, you're fine. We all understand you. German is a very interesting language to me, and it's okay. Don't worry. Yeah, Smiley Day, and any road art. That's it. That's the name. With all due respect, that's wild. I animate pixel art with a sprite, so I at least have onions I can work with props to. Oh yeah, I wish I have onions. Onion layers would be so helpful to have. Um, but 1 second, let me just quickly be right back. All right, I am back. Sorry about that. Let's see. It takes time and practice, but I believe in you. Having international friends helps a lot with the practice. Very true, Darktail. That's very true. Onion layers are basically like, think of tracing paper, but digital art for animation purposes, so you can see the frames before and after. That's what they are. Yep. Yep. And I remember seeing a lot of people and learning about onions. I tried an older software that did that. And whatnot. So I mean, I have some familiarity with it, but yeah, I just do manual onion layers essentially. So what I'll do is I'll just take one layer, I'll reduce it to like 30%. I'll take a layer in front of it, reduce it to like 60%. So I kind of have like that faux version of making onions and then drawing in between. So it's like instead of just having the software do it for you, you just got to manually do it essentially instead. And he wrote art says, also was going to ask, since you're drawing the fabled left side of Wic's face, did you find the reference Sam supposedly provided? Because I looked and came up empty. It is online. It's difficult to find, but what he essentially did is, it's weird because you kind of don't realize it, that it's because he flipped it. But yes, there is a Twitter post that showcases it, and people have now started to pick up on it, and a lot more of the recent artwork showcases that kind of like a sunbeam that extends down and goes to his neck, and from his neck he has a second set of like circles, basically. But yeah, I was able to find it, and it is on Twitter. I'm trying to remember who the person was that posted the image that had the thing on it, but yeah, but I ideally it is. I was gonna say actually, I'll just pull up one of the flat drawings from the last one, so you can see it here. This is the pattern. If you find it online, look for anyone that's done this. That's the full one. It kind of like does a sun in one, a sun in the second. Oh, but it almost looks like gears a little bit. It's like light gears because he's Clockwork Soul, so it kind of has that mixture of both. But that's what you're looking for if you're trying to find the reference that shows the other side of the face. Milagro says, "I want to draw in digital art. Oh, sorry, I want to draw in digital. What happens in my campaign, but I don't know how to. So I make shitty Photoshop images instead." That's still good. I mean, learning, it's a process, and anyone who does it, I think it's great. I also prefer digital for drawing, but I'm glad I've been able to do some Critical Role sculpting stuff. That's cool. Sculpting is also really cool. But yeah, digital has a lot of benefits, and I like my undo button. The undo button is brilliant. I don't know if you guys could hear Scritch in the background talking about the undo button. Let's see. Well, let's see, thanks. Well, I definitely learned that it's a complicated language, and to be honest, I couldn't explain our grammar if you could pay me for it. Yeah, it's fair enough. Spectrum says, I'll definitely try out OpenTunes and Paintal Psi opacity manual annealing in the future. Nice. Yeah, it works. It's a little bit more steps than, like, obviously shortcuts from programs that can do it, but it gets the job done. It was definitely surprised that he was Clockwork and not Divine Soul. Yeah, it was. It was very, very crazy to see that, but cool. I like it. I'm down for it. Whatever flavor works, and he can have a lot more fun with the dice rolls. Because I got to remember that when we're coming up with combat and stuff like that, he can force re-dice rolls, I believe. Like, he can make the enemies change their dice, which is really cool, and that could be very helpful to negate some of those deadly hits. So we'll see how that works. But yeah, fingers crossed. And he wrote, all right, that's cool. Thanks for confirming what those tattoos should look like. No problem. Happy to help. And yeah, I'm glad that there is at least some confirmation from Sam that we got where it's like, this is what it is. I'm like, oh, finally. That helps a lot. Thank you. But we are coming up close to 11 for me here. So I'll probably be starting to wrap up soon. Though for like in just a little bit. I'll just quickly read through the questions just in case. My BF's cousin was learning it too, and she struggled, but now she living it. Oh, great! Multilanguage, nice. Restore balance. Yeah, that's the he can negate advantage, disadvantage. Oh, that's what it was. Negate advantage, disadvantage, which could be really powerful. Because I'm sure Brennan is going to take advantage anytime he can with his NPCs. Oh, yeah, you heard something. That was Scritch in the slash, my friend, doing Scritch in the background. Did you want to say some more Scritches? Why would I? I don't know how he does it. I swear to God, it's just like insane how fast and easy he just slides into Scritch. I was talking about like how Scritch appears in so many movies, and he's just like taking on things that like from main roles to background roles, just doing the crazy stuff.
Taking over all the roles and just being that weird random character that doesn't fit.
Yeah, no, someone suggested that should be like a 1 million subscriber goal. Is just like do like essentially a Scritch retelling of any kind of famous movie.
I mean, I'd totally do it.
Yeah. Yeah, just Scritch and Star Wars.
It'd just be a lot of screaming and chaos.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious. I'm kind of imagining like instead of like doing like music, like in actual like recorded music, you instead do like humdums of Scritch, so like
start singing in Kobold.
Ugh,
just like jumps out wearing a grass skirt, singing Moana or some shit.
Moana. I think it'd be absolutely hilarious. The thing is, I want to draw it or Photoshop it myself because my group doesn't draw and just use AI. I don't like it very. Yeah, true. It never gets the good results with that. Gotta draw it by hand. It's the best way to do it if you can do it, or find a way to do it. Yeah, absolutely recommend it. Oh, is Titan being a little? Oh, Titan has. Still don't understand how he can do the voice so well. Jeez. Yeah, I think I'll definitely have to add a little bit more to this later down the line, but I'm gonna. Yeah, lunchtime is definitely definitely in time for that. Thank you, Milagros. I'm very glad you guys enjoyed it, and I'm sure it'll have more chances to be finished later down the line. But for now, going to stretch the legs, get a break, get some food, attend to all the other stuff that life requires, and that too. And yeah, other than that, thank you guys for coming by. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. For those of you who obviously are winding down in Europe, I hope you had a great weekend and that your work week is a good one. But until then, I'm sure I'll see you guys around.
Just say bye.
I'm saying bye now. Bye, everybody.